So today I want to talk about an oil cleanser that just arrived in the mail. I'm really excited to try this. If you watched my last video, you saw that I was almost completely out of my Clean It Zero oil cleanser, and I had decided to try a different brand and a different type of oil cleanser. In my search for a new product, I ran across the Zoom 37 Miracle Rose Cleansing Stick. I was super excited to find this because it's an oil cleanser in stick form. It's supposed to be, or at least it's marketed as, being more portable, and I travel a lot for work, so I thought, great, let's give it a try. Not gonna lie, I was really surprised to see how big it was. However, for the price that I paid, which I think was right around $20, you do get, it looks to be quite a bit of product. So I'm really excited to try this. I'm gonna open up here and take a look. What's great about Rose products is typically they are made for sensitive skin. They have soothing properties in it, much like green tea products. And lately, I've been really obsessed with the scent of roses. So it was like a win-win for me on this one. But here's what it looks like. It's a very large chapstick-like container that is the size of my hand. Oh, as I drop it, it is the size of my hand. I'm a little disappointed in the size. I mean, great to get this much product, but travel-wise, maybe it'll slide easily somewhere in my suitcase and hide away versus the Clean It Zero, which was like a, flat round container. I don't know. We'll have to try it. But it is much, much larger than I expected. But again, on the plus side, more product. So I'm going to take the lid off. Oh yeah, it smells like real fresh roses. Actual rose petals in the product. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there are, looks like ground up rose petals. It smells amazing. If you are not a fan of perfumey scents, this is not for you because it is extremely perfumey. Hopefully it'll make my face smell like roses for the rest of the night. There's a twist up bottom, which allows the product to rise. Now, all of the instructions are in Korean, but if you purchase it from the site that I purchased it from, they give you instructions on how to use it. But it also has pictures, which I think are pretty easy to understand. You dampen your face, twist the product up, lather it on, add a little bit of water to make it emulsify, I believe is the word, and then rinse it off and follow up with a foam cleanser. You always want to follow up with a foam cleanser after using an oil cleanser because typically residues are left behind, or at least that's the way it is in my experience. So I am really excited to try this. I'm wearing heavier makeup than usual so that I can see how well it takes off the foundation and blush and everything that I'm wearing. I am a little concerned about how hygienic this is. When you purchase a solid oil cleanser, typically they come with a little spatula and you can scoop out your product, put it on your hand, and use it. So you never actually stick your fingers into the jar, which is great, especially if you're prone to breakouts. But this you're applying directly to your face. I don't know. I'm a little leery about that, but if I wind up getting breakouts or something from it, I will be sure to let you know and do a follow-up on this. So let's try it out, shall we? So I went ahead and removed my eye makeup with my Clinique Take the Day Off eye makeup remover. Please ignore the dark circles under my eyes. It's been a really long day. Normally oil cleansers are actually really good for removing eye makeup. The last one I had did it very well, but my eyes are very sensitive to that, and they can water for hours after using an oil cleanser to remove eye makeup. Also, again, with this, I'm not sure how sanitary it's going to be. I'm going to say it's not very sanitary, so I wouldn't recommend using this on your eyes, as well as it has those pieces of rose petals in there. You probably don't want to get that in your eye. Anyway, so I went ahead and brought a bowl of water since I'm not near a sink so that I can dampen my face and get this on there and lather it up. I may have to step away to rinse it off completely, but we'll see how it goes. So, according to the instructions, first thing you do is dampen your face. What am I doing? Ugh, so much makeup on my face. Hopefully that's enough. When I remove my eye makeup, I try to leave as much of my concealer on there as possible too so that we can see how it does. Alright, twisting it up. There is a hair on that twisting it up. I guess I like that. It's kind of like a giant chapstick. It really does smell amazing. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, so it is pretty hard to the touch, but it melts very, very easily with the heat of the skin and probably also with the help of the water. But you can see it's fairly slimy, so I'm still going to press that sanitary issue. Nonetheless, it smells absolutely amazing. It feels smooth going on. Those little granules, I don't even feel. I don't even think they even transferred to my skin. It doesn't look like it. So I'm going to spread this around. Just double checking the instructions here. Yeah, so then just rinse it off. I wonder if that's enough. So it feels very thick on my skin. Now the normal solid oil cleansers, you can add water to it and it will get milky and get thinner. This is doing that, but I would say it's not as thin as my Clean It Zero. But it's coming off quite nicely. I do think I need to step to the sink to rinse this off the rest of the way, but I think it's done a very good job removing my makeup so far. You can see how dirty this water is. That's all that makeup, my foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, setting powder. To think that that's on my face all day, it's actually kind of gross. All right, so I'm gonna go rinse this off the rest of the way. Okay, so actually the rest of it rinsed off very, very easily. My skin feels clean. It doesn't feel oily. It doesn't feel like there's a residue. I don't see any reaction happening so far. Usually it's pretty immediate with rosacea, so I don't think anything's going to happen with this, which is great. I just really feel clean and fresh and rejuvenated. So I would say that the Zoom 37 Miracle Rose Stick is definitely worth a shot if that's up your alley. If you need something for sensitive skin, if you love the smell of roses, I definitely recommend this product. Again, I'll put a link down below if you want to hunt it down and read more about it on the site that I purchased it at. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I'm going to go finish up my skincare routine, and I will see you next time. Bye!